Hello, everybody. Before this podcast starts, let me first apologize for my audio in this episode. For some reason, when we were recording it, my mic wasn't being picked up, even though that I heard it when I was monitoring it and I saw it while it was being recorded. I guess I wasn't being picked up. I don't know what happened. I think the mic was turned off, or I just wasn't receiving it. I saw the levels on the board. I honestly have no idea what happened, but I am very quiet in this episode, and you'll have to listen really hard to hear me because I'm only being heard through Mike and Zach's mics, which, in my opinion and in how I feel about that, I feel very, very angry about that. But that's fine. I'm sorry that it's going to sound a little bit bad. But please bear with me. I will get it fixed the next episode, and please enjoy the show. Hello, everybody, and welcome to the third episode of the KSUIF podcast. I am your host, Matt Ackerman, and with me is...
Mike Tkeski.
That's right, the same dude, and probably much louder than I anticipated you being with that part.
Well, yeah, I really wanted to yell that I was here.
Oh, well, thank you very much for that. Today's a special... this episode is very special because we have a guest with us.
But today's also special. It's Friday.
That's true. It is Friday. We're alive. It's not deathly cold anymore. But we have a guest.
Hey, how's it going, guys?
It is Zac Gosen. Zac Gosen has directed a couple things that I have helped him out with. One of them being a new one of the KSUIF projects that happened last semester, Together Alone.
Yes, sir.
Which I hear is how's that doing well in production?
It's good. We're moving on to the picture's locked, so we're moving on to post sound. We got some color correction going on simultaneously, as well as the score is making some progress. So good progress in post production.
Oh yeah,
so good.
I gave it a little bit of a look. Whatever I could see.
Yeah, for sure.
I'm really liking how it's turning out.
Awesome stuff, man. Yeah, I'm really excited about it. It's coming together really well.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I think it's one of KSUI's best shorts in a while.
Yeah, thank you. I appreciate it. I'm really excited
No
about
offense to Nocturnal Faith or anything like that, but that's just my opinion.
Yeah,
I'm allowed to have an opinion on that.
That's true. You can.
Your opinion's wrong.
My opinion... Mike, I don't care about your opinion. You didn't watch
no
any of the
cares about
films
my
last
opinion.
time for the Oscars.
This is a great thing about opinions, though. You know what I mean?
Everybody can have an opinion.
You can
That's
have
true.
one.
You can always be wrong about them, but...
It's also fair.
Absolutely. We do what we can.
For sure.
So, Zach, before this, you said you didn't look at any of the Oscars.
So, yeah, I didn't...
Just
I didn't
like
really
me.
go into it. Yeah, I didn't really go into it. It's just been a crazy year for me, man, and I haven't been able to pay as much attention as I wanted to. I've seen some of the stuff,
right,
but I haven't gone into the list, and I haven't had really the time to really go and, make my picks and stuff like that. But
that's fair. There were a lot of...
There's a lot.
Choices to choose from.
For sure.
It was it's crazy.
Yeah.
But you didn't watch any of this stuff on there, except for Roma.
No, I didn't even watch Roma.
You didn't even watch Roma.
Oh my God.
No.
Roma was a popular opinion.
Roma.
That was a good one.
It was.
It's on Netflix, so
Yeah.
I guess you can.
Well, okay. To be honest, I had a friend who did watch it. He said he's not much. He goes to movies to watch and enjoy them, and they're
Right.
entertainment to him. But when he watched this one, he just said nothing happened. So I could understand that maybe it is more on the artistic side.
Yeah.
So
If a general audience member views it as that,
Yeah.
oh, what just happened, those kind of, it's usually appealing more to the artistic, viewership.
it holds a deeper meaning than a general public would understand.
Well,
just like a regular moviegoer would appreciate, I guess.
Right.
that's fair. I
probably would see it the same way.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be honest. A lot of the films on there I didn't see except for the shorts and the animated features because I'm more or less an animation kind of guy.
Great year for animation, man. It was a great year.
It's a real great year for animation, and we.
Yeah, Hotel Transylvania 3.
Fantastic.
Wait, did the Emoji Movie come out?
No, not in 2018.
Oh, 2017.
I don't even want to talk about that.
We're not going to talk about the Emoji Movie, but I've seen the Emoji Movie. I wanted to know what exactly I was getting myself into.
I'm sorry you did that to yourself, man.
I'm not. You kind of got to experience it. I've always told
That's
myself
fair.
listen, you got to experience the worst. So if something bad does happen to you later on,
Yep.
it's well, look, I saw the Emoji Movie, and whatever happened here, not as bad as that. Like,
not as bad as the Emoji Movie.
My pet dog died. Well, I saw the Emoji Movie, and
So-
I'm not feeling anything right now.
It's all right. It's gonna be fine.
But no, yeah, it was a really good year for animation.
It was.
Mostly, I want to say, because didn't I mean, I don't want to say.
You don't want to say Into the Spider-Verse?
I want to.
first?
I don't want to say Into the Spider-Verse, and I don't want to say Incredibles 2 because I know I'm forgetting something. I just. Is there another one that came out last year? I don't.
My brain is hooked on Spider-Verse, dude. Like,
I know,
I can't get it out of my
Spider-Verse is
head.
such a good film, and this is the third time we've mentioned it.
I'm so sorry. It's just
It's
so
okay.
good.
I want everybody to know. We said we said a thing where it's like, well, it'll be a thing where we just have this reoccurring thing where, well, what if someone thinks about Mamma Mia
Wreck-It
2?
Ralph.
Wreck-It
Wreck-It
Ralph.
Ralph.
Oh yeah, yep.
The Grinch.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, I never saw
Isle of Dogs. That counts.
You're right.
Oh, yeah,
yep.
that does count. So, well, yeah, that
The
counts.
Teen Titans movie, guys, come on. Teen Titans Go movie.
I didn't see that.
Man, you know what? I didn't see it either, but I heard a lot of people actually enjoyed it, and I was
Yeah.
like confused. I mean, even the people who were like hardcore original Teen Titans fans, I heard that they kind of enjoyed it, and I was like, I mean, that's surprising. That's a kind of good surprise, I guess, though.
Yeah.
Because like it's always weird. I heard the same thing when it came to the Lego Batman movie.
Oh, dude, I loved the Lego Batman movie.
Everyone said the same thing about Lego Batman that they did about Teen Titans. That it's like, oh, it's one of DC's best films.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Because it's a good DC film because apparently it does it better than Justice League would or Wonder Woman or something like that. Which I think Wonder Woman was a good film too.
Wonder Woman was good. Yeah, it was good. I think it fell short towards the end, but the beginning of Wonder Woman was fantastic.
Oh, yeah.
I still need to see Aquaman. I'm excited about it. I mean, like, I hear people that really enjoyed it, but it's also like, I mean, it's just kind of the superhero formula.
I hear my consensus is just like it's someone.
It's a good movie to go watch, turn your brain off, and just be like, wow.
And that's what I expected
Yeah.
from it too. You guys hear that Ben Affleck has officially stepped down?
Oh yeah,
Yes.
I heard
as
about
Batman.
You know what? That was one of the things I pulled up that I think we should talk about. Ben
I
Affleck
was-
stepping
Ben
down.
Affleck.
Now that we're talking
Yeah.
about DC, yeah.
Yeah.
And
let's do that.
I found on Screen Rant, this was posted yesterday, that Nick Jonas offers to replace Ben Affleck as Batman.
Let's not do that.
No.
I don't want to talk about that.
No. I can't do that. I would not want to do that.
No.
But
I mean,
I
Nick
don't see
Jonas,
the appeal.
sure. Like I've seen him act. Not really, but
No,
Yeah.
Wait, what was he in? What has he done?
Camp Rock.
Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
dude.
Oh, yeah, right.
Camp Rock
How do
1,
you-
Camp Rock 2.
Excuse me. How do you forget about Camp Rock?
You're
And
right. I forgot.
I mean, I totally forgot about Camp Rock. I'm going to be honest with you. I was trying to
man.
think like, well, what was he in? Well, he was in those music videos. Like, you mean his music videos?
You mean his music
Yeah.
videos? Yeah. Yep.
Honestly, I was thinking about Harry Styles, about how he was in Dunkirk, and I thought that was Nick Jonas.
Oh my God.
The thing is, like with Ben Affleck gone, they have to replace Batman, of course.
Mhm.
But like,
Yeah.
who are they going to
Who?
get?
Yeah.
But the
And, like,
movie is still coming out. I think, like the Batman, that's still coming out.
That's
Well,
not
yeah.
gonna. I don't think that's gonna be Affleck though, right?
It's not going to be Affleck. That's why they got pushed back to like 2021.
Yeah,
so
it's
weird because he was
2021.
originally supposed to direct it also,
Yeah, and like,
and it just unwinded.
I mean, I guess at some point he just decided, I've had enough. I'm done, and he just
Yeah.
kind of went away with the Batman. But
Yeah, I mean, he didn't get. I don't think there were like hardly any. There's nobody I really talked to that enjoyed his performance. You know what I mean? I don't think it was necessarily bad, and I think the writing has a lot to do with it as well.
I
but-
didn't mind Affleck as a Batman. I didn't mind
Yeah.
him at all. I only minded just how they wrote the character.
Yeah.
Like
feel that.
I'm fine with how they wrote Batman to an extent.
Mhm.
I'm fine with how they wrote Superman to an extent. I hate how they wrote the Flash.
Yeah.
That's not Flash. Like they
Yeah.
got some part of it right. We're like, oh,
Yeah.
his dad's in jail,
Yeah.
but that's it. Like,
That's about all I got.
yeah, his motives are completely different. His
Mhm.
job's completely different, and how he acts is completely different.
That's how I felt about. I mean, when Dawn of Justice came out, you
Yeah.
know, that masterpiece, not really, but when that came out,
Oh,
it's
it
just
was
like
something.
for Batman's character in that, it seemed they were going for the Dark Knight comic feel, which is a much grittier Batman,
More
but it's like
seasoned Batman.
right. But in that, even in that comic, he wouldn't just straight up relentlessly murder people
Oh, yeah.
like he did in
Yeah.
Dawn of Justice. Like he was People
And
were just
brand
dying.
people.
And like at that point, they didn't really know what they wanted to do with the other characters too.
Mhm.
I mean, they knew what they wanted to do with Wonder Woman. That's why she was.
Yeah,
there.
they were like, let's introduce them and just figure it out later.
Yeah,
Like,
and then like you're looking at the stuff where like you see the Flash,
Yeah.
the convenience store, and then lightning and all that stuff.
Mhm.
I think that's another thing I hated about the Flash is that they're just like, well, he has electricity, let's make it blue electricity. Like,
yeah,
there's a reason
Yeah.
why the electricity is different. Like, I'm a huge fan of the Flash. Like, I love the Flash.
oh yeah,
Isn't his
know-
yellow?
Yeah, like
It's supposed to be yellow.
Yeah, it's supposed to be yellow, and like you got Reverse Flash, and his lightning's also. Well,
Yeah.
his lightning's red
Mhm.
because it's something to do with this thing called the Speed Force. But no, to DC EU, it's just we're making it blue because electricity.
yeah,
It's stupid. I can go on about how I hate Justice League, but
yeah. I think many people could, to be honest with you.
I've always kind of.
I didn't see it, so I have no opinion. I just
Good.
knew it was bad, and from seeing some scenes from it, like it just didn't look good. It didn't look appealing to me.
Yeah.
I feel like the DC's just rushing their like extended
Well,
universe
They're
stuff.
trying to get to like.
They're
the
trying to
point of
catch
Marvel.
up. They're
Yeah.
trying. They tried to start with Avengers when Marvel, built up to it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So they just dropped Justice League out of nowhere. You know what I mean?
But even.
But I
like,
think they're taking their time now. They're going
I
to
mean,
start
I think-
focusing.
I think they finally realized because they plan to have all these movies. They plan to have like another. They're doing that new Wonder Woman film. That's in
Yeah.
production.
Yeah.
But like they had this idea for a Flash film that was like losing directors left and right, like every second. And that was like before I saw the Justice League film. I'm like,
Yeah.
why would someone like not want to do this Flash film? And then I saw
Right.
how they wrote the Flash. I'm like,
That's
'cause
why.
you literally gave them nothing to work with.
Yeah.
Like,
Also, the Birds of Prey is coming out.
oh yeah, Birds of Prey.
Oh,
Birds
Okay,
of
so
Prey
what is
and
that?
Suicide Squad 2.
I just saw like a snippet of the trailer.
yeah.
Is it Harley's solo movie?
It's
I
I wouldn't say
Not
it's a
sure.
solo movie. It's like another ensemble.
Okay.
Where like
I think it introduces more characters
Yeah.
into the DCEU.
Gotcha.
because we get who's in Birds of Prey? I know it's Huntress, Black Canary.
Oh,
and,
I saw the crossbow.
yeah.
I remember
So
that.
we got
Yep.
Huntress, Black Canary, and all that. But I don't know. They're building it up in some certain way, and
Yeah.
that's good for them, I guess.
Yeah.
But
I have no clue who they're going to replace for Batman. I have no ideas.
Nick Jonas.
Nick Jonas.
at
Number
at
one.
this point, like I don't know.
Hugh Jackman. He's coming back. He's
Oh,
switching
God.
sides.
Hugh Jackman is switching from Marvel to DC.
Oh boy.
It's the twist you never saw coming, where you just have people go from DC to Marvel.
Back and forth.
God, I mean, like the biggest switches like when it came to that was like we had, we had Ryan Reynolds do Deadpool before
Mm-hmm.
Deadpool because we did the bad Deadpool from X-Men. What was it, Origins?
Yep.
Yeah, it was
Mhm.
X-Men Origins.
Yeah. That was something.
I'm not a fan of that.
No, not at all.
And then he went to go and do Green Lantern, which I didn't think was that bad of a film, but I can tell
Alright.
that Ryan Reynolds was not
Well,
in it.
I felt like with Green Lantern, it was Ryan Reynolds. They were just selling it as Ryan Reynolds, not as his actual character.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? It's like
yeah, I understand that because like when I watched it, I was like, oh, his love interest is his real life wife,
Mm-hmm.
Blake Lively.
Yeah.
So like I'm watching Ryan Reynolds act like Green Lantern, which is
Yeah, right.
understandable,
Exactly.
but it's definitely like part of DC's like whole not understanding of what they want to do for their films. I think like
Yeah.
the only film that worked well was The Dark Knight, and people
Oh, yeah.
people are still torn about Dark Knight and whether or not that's a good film.
That's surprising.
I know, 'cause
That-
it's so
it's
good.
really
I think
surprising.
it's just. I think it's fantastic.
I mean,
all the way
Batman
through.
Begins, in my opinion, was kind of slow, but I enjoyed
was,
And,
yeah.
then you have Dark Knight, which is really good, and then Dark Knight Rises. It kind of falters around
Yeah.
the end,
Mhm.
especially around the end because like the timer at the end.
Yeah.
How long did that have? Like a minute? Or
Yeah.
yeah, it had a minute, and the whole ending lasted about a good 6 minutes.
It was. Yeah. It did. That part kind of took me out of it.
I mean, that continuity isn't something that DC's strong with. But
Yeah.
and it shows.
Yeah. For sure.
But I think the only thing that I've seen about Aquaman was like this one clip that someone posted
Mm-hmm.
where Because like
Is it the ending?
No, it's not the ending, but it's like an.
Because I've seen the ending.
It's
where
it's part of his origin where like he finds out that like because he's half human, half like like whatever he is.
Yeah.
And he finds out about it, and the actor was not good at delivering his line because it was just
Jason
a big
Momoa?
yikes.
Jason Momoa was
not Jason, the younger because it's his
the younger
self.
version.
Yeah, the younger self was finding
gotcha.
out.
I got you.
And like just looking at him, I didn't know where this scene came from. I just saw someone post and be like, "Oh yeah, this scene was just a big yikes."
Yeah.
And I watched it, and like the guy is overacting, and he's not acting well.
Mm-hmm.
Because like at that moment he finds out like because it's based off DC. It's like he finds out that like they killed his mom because they had him or whatever. And he's like, "You're telling me they killed her because she had me?" And I'm like,
"Oh no,
no, you can't be serious." Like
how does a multi-million budget production team let that slide?
Well, I think I don't remember who directed that.
That's just
Oh
weird.
yeah, who directed Aquaman?
Yeah, because I think that was his
I'm not
first
sure.
like superhero film that he's done.
I mean, yeah.
So you gotta give him some type of like.
Right.
James
yeah.
Wan? James Wan?
Yeah, I think that's his first superhero movie.
I mean, it's the first DC film in a while to sit higher above 50%.
That's still
Well,
good.
other than Wonder Woman,
Yeah.
I can't say anything about Wonder Woman because that still got a good amount of.
But
Yeah,
just
Wonder
wait
Woman's
for Suicide Squad 2 with James Gunn
We're not.
directing that.
I don't know about.
Well, I don't know about it really anymore because Zack Snyder has brought on as executive producer for it.
I think Zack Snyder was the worst decision to have happen to DC.
Yeah, man.
Because I mean he has a style. He
does.
likes the whole like we're gonna have a buff guy and he's gonna do some buff things.
Mm-hmm.
And he's gonna be oily.
He's
and
bringing
sweaty.
back the 80s, all right?
He
Leave
is.
him alone.
He is.
I mean, he's got. I don't want to say anything, but I know he's probably got a type.
He's probably got a type.
He's probably got a type of film, you know.
Yeah.
Right.
You
Just
know
like
what?
Michael Bay.
Just like
Yikes.
Matt really loves Michael Bay.
I just hate Michael Bay because of the way he treats his like I don't want to call it a fan base, but like the people that watch his stuff.
Right.
He kind of looks at it like, oh, you're just money machines.
Dude,
Like,
100.
it's like he
100%.
Like he once said where like someone was interviewing him and he said something along the lines of, or the interviewer asked him like, how do you think because of this like people aren't gonna watch your film? It's like, good or bad, they're gonna watch it anyway. So like he doesn't care. And like after that, I was like, oh well, like something just kind of sparked in my mind. Like I hate you, Michael Bay.
No, it's terrible because he's just like, I mean, it's not like you can't tell that he feels that way based on, you know, how many Transformers movies can I make? Do you know what I mean? Like, it's just so many. Like,
I mean,
I feel like he needs to take a step away from those movies.
Yeah, do something else.
Like he did, and Bumblebee wasn't even directed by him.
Yeah, and Bumblebee was good.
not.
Yeah,
oh wow. You know, I actually had heard good things about
Yeah,
Bumblebee.
I'm
It's
glad
really
that I'm
good.
hearing good things about Bumblebee because it's like I would actually watch that. When I saw it, I was like, oh well, it's not directed by Michael Bay.
Yeah.
And it's a pretty interesting story. So I mean, yeah.
Is the first line what attracted you to it? Oh, it's not directed by Michael Bay.
I mean, I was
Here we
watching.
go.
I was watching like,
All
are we
right,
getting
let's see.
another Transformers movie, and I
Yeah.
was watching it. I'm like, this is. It's like, I looked in the description. It said directed by God. Who directed Bumblebee?
You have your laptop. Just
I
look
know,
it up.
I know, but I can't just let people believe that I don't know that it's Travis Knight.
It's
Right,
That's
exactly.
fair.
Of
That's
course.
Well, like I saw that it was
You knew
directed
it all
by.
along.
I saw that it was directed by Travis Knight. I was like, that's not Michael Bay. That's new. I was like, I might give this one a chance. And like, I never saw it, but I'm
Right.
glad that it's doing well, sitting at 93 on Rotten
I
Tomatoes.
never saw it.
I never saw it, but I do want to see it.
Yeah, I get that.
Sitting at a 93 on Rotten Tomatoes, which is good because we've had 5 Transformers movies before that.
And
were
they've just gotten longer.
They
Right,
just got
right.
longer. They got like everything was just the same. They didn't try
The
to come up with a
Dinobots
story.
were not as good as you would hope.
No. Yeah, that's what I heard.
It's just.
I watched that one. I watched all the way up to when the Dinobots were introduced, and that's basically the end of the movie. It's like right at the
God,
end.
man. I'll tell you what. I stopped after 3, I think.
Oh, I haven't
did
seen
too, yeah.
last night.
I stopped watching Transformers after 3 because I was like, this is
just,
stupid. It's the same thing that happened. Like whatever happened in Transformers 1 kind of happened the same in Transformers
Exactly.
2, and then whatever happened before that, it's the same thing.
Yep.
Like Optimus
sure.
Prime's like, we're gonna save the day. Something happens, and then he saves the day.
Oh my get it.
Right.
Like, there's really no conflict. It's just like, oh, we're now in this like the moon broke. Oh
yeah.
no, we
The
have
moon
dinosaurs.
broke. Oh no.
I
Good
mean-
thing we have our Dinobots.
Good thing we
Yeah.
have our Dinobots. We don't have a moon anymore. They will act as the moon. Let's
It's
just
so
bring in
dumb.
Cybertron again.
It's Cybertron.
The Dinobots just don't come in though until the end.
Right,
It's like they're
yeah.
in the advertising.
Oh, of
and-
course.
But then they're like, you have to go through it like 2 hours of the movie, and then here they are in the last 40 minutes.
Yeah, I mean, the advertising. That's that's what they do. I mean, Infinity War, when they advertised that, they advertised the Hulk as actually being the Hulk in it.
Yeah,
I mean,
that's
yeah,
true.
because like the trailers that you see, like
He was,
aren't
like,
even,
running with
he
them.
was running. Like he was not even in that scene as the Hulk. He was the Hulk Buster. But
Yeah.
he wasn't like the Hulk.
But that's the best part about marketing for movies is that you can play to pique people's interests.
You can.
And
yeah.
like,
That seemed like a shady move, though. 'Cause
Yeah.
That was just being.
well, I think they were just trying to amp it up of like,
Yeah.
look, everybody's here. Like,
And I guess
here's
it was.
the whole cast.
It did make it more surprising that he kind of had his own struggle in the movie, but
Yeah.
yeah,
I think they're just waiting for the big reveal in
Mhm.
Endgame for him to come back.
super excited.
Endgame. Oh, yeah.
I mean, I know that it's gonna be resolved.
Mhm.
Yeah,
I just want to know how
yeah.
and who is gone. I mean, like
Somebody's dying. I
I
mean,
think Chris Evans is gone, right?
either him or
Because
dude,
what he did,
Tony
He
Stark.
alluded to that he was gonna be done. I think after this one.
Because he
Yeah.
said like
Like
I
his
just
contract
finished
was up.
like what is it? Something about okay, so like if because I know that Robert Downey Jr. is probably gonna like he's done.
I think he's kicking the bucket.
Like I think
yeah.
he's done. Like
I thought, dude, they had me for a second in the theater. In
Oh,
the
yeah.
first one.
Yeah.
Oh,
They did.
everyone! When I went to see it on like opening night,
Beautiful,
It was-
beautiful moment.
it was great, and everybody just gasped.
Oh yeah, it was
collectively.
great. It was
yeah.
such a good experience in the theater, man.
like
I
that,
can't wait for
great.
the entire like last 10 minutes of Infinity War, like there's no music whatsoever.
I know,
You're
dude.
just kind of experiencing the moment, like what is happening.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, it puts you there.
The
to,
Endgame
like-
trailer picks it right back up with
Oh,
that
yeah.
feeling too. I mean,
Oh,
with him in the spaceship.
Are we gonna go? Are we gonna go see Endgame?
I'm down,
I'm,
dude.
yeah,
review
we're
it?
absolutely gonna see
100%.
Endgame. Like,
Absolutely.
but I also think Infinity War kind of got robbed at the Oscars.
You think so?
I think so.
I
yeah.
mean, I think it got put in a good category with visual effects.
For
Yeah,
sure.
well, yeah. I mean, if it, yeah, because it's good.
I mean, the score was also good too.
What do you think it should have been? What do you think it should have been honored for in spots that it wasn't?
I honestly don't. I mean, I don't want to say it should have been nominated for best picture because I don't think any superhero movie should be best picture.
Yeah, but yeah, I mean,
'Cause,
there's
like,
so
it's-
many people that would just be. I mean, Black Panther made it, but
That's true. But I think that
I feel like there's a lot of people who are just so against the superhero movie thing at
Yeah.
this point.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
well,
I
those
think
are like cash grabs, right? For Hollywood, like for LA, like it's just like, hey, make a superhero movie and like
Yeah, but it's
They'll make a lot of
it's
money.
all Disney's idea because like
Yeah.
Disney owns like what? Disney owns Marvel. They own Fox. They own Fox's Marvel.
One of my favorite memes is Mickey Mouse with the gauntlet. That's
Oh,
just
yeah.
like all of the industry. Oh, it's great. I love it.
and
It's like,
DC's the last one.
Because I was
Yeah.
watching, I started getting into The Simpsons again, and I was watching like their most recent episode. They had like the Thanos couch gag. I'm like, why did
nice.
they do Thanos? I'm like, oh yeah, Fox.
That's funny.
Disney, Disney and Fox.
Yeah. Uh huh.
Simpsons is such a weird thing. I rented the movie, like the Simpsons movie, on Amazon again. I'm like, I
Yeah.
haven't seen this since I was like, what?
I used to watch that so much, dude.
I did too. Like I started getting back into it because I
Yeah.
put in my Xbox and like, have you heard like Simpsons Hidden Run?
Yeah.
Dude, 100%. Are you
It's-
kidding me?
It's
That's like superb gaming.
it is superb. Like
That's GTA if you don't want
Kidding? It is, dude.
It was
It's like
one of-
it's toned down GTA.
Yeah,
I love it.
it was one of the first games that I got on the PS2, and I played that nonstop.
Nice,
I think that was the first game I ever like 100%ed. But like
dude.
I-
nice.
I hooked up my Xbox 360, and I was like, oh well, what do I have in here? And it was Simpsons Hidden Run. I'm like, I haven't touched this game in
That's
a while. And I go and I
fantastic.
check. I'm like, oh yeah, I did buy this game like 4 years ago. Let me just continue off of it. And I would just start playing. I'm like, oh, the game is relentless. It like once you get to like the last level in that
Yeah.
game, you're given like a minute to do a whole bunch of tasks. And I was like, how did I 100% this game as a kid?
Yeah, that's
How did I not like just snap.
You know what's so weird, man? You go back and play some classic games, and I know this is a film podcast, but let me just say.
No, we can talk about games.
We can talk about it.
Let me just
it's
say.
Entertainment.
You go back to like PlayStation 2 games, and some of them are pretty difficult compared to today's gaming, man. Like, just Spyro and Crash Bandicoot is freaking hard, man.
No, Crash. Actually, I played Spyro the Reignited trilogy that they released. It is kind of harder now. I just think though, when I was a kid, I was just better at games.
I agree.
Because Crash
that's your full focus at that point, man. You're just like.
Crash didn't seem like it was a hard game until like I started, like I played the re-released, the remastered version. Yeah. It's so much harder.
Right. Yeah.
Like, oh god, you got to be like
that's what
perfect on those platforms.
That's what I'm saying. People, you go back, they're re-releasing these games, and you're like, dude, how did I
play this?
How did I beat it?
Oh man.
But yeah, going back to that, I started watching the Simpsons movie again.
Yeah.
Because like when you're young and you watch the Simpsons, you get like a certain amount of jokes.
Right.
But then like you go back and you're like, I get all of these jokes. These all make sense. And like I started watching the most recent episodes of The Simpsons, and because people like have a gripe with how it is.
Okay, yeah.
I was like, where does the humor now fall? And it's mostly political humor.
Yeah.
Like it's mostly just political humor because there's an episode where like Grandpa Simpson finds out, or like he has like this moment where like he had a gay moment.
Okay.
Back when he was doing whatever, and like he goes to Texas, and like they have a joke about Ted Cruz, and I was like,
okay,
like that's funny. Like,
right, Ted Cruz is funny.
A lot of their jokes lie within like signs and like certain actions and all that stuff.
Right.
And like the writing is still good. Like Simpsons is still good. It's just like they're in their 30th season.
It's nuts, man.
Like that's one of
Absolutely
the like
crazy.
next to SNL, it's just one of their longest running shows I would like.
Do you think they're ever going to run out of stuff to write about and joke about?
I don't know, man. Because they've been going for so long at this point. It's like they just keep that train.
Like one of the things that people don't like about The Simpsons is how they can't really stick to their own narrative a whole lot, because they have these established backstories, like how did Homer and Marge meet, how was Bart born, what happens in the future. But like they've been on for so long that like the dates that they said back then, where it's like, oh, Lisa's gonna become president in 2010, but like it's 2010 right now. And they have to kind of
like so that I understand. Yeah.
They changed their whole like backstory just to fit with the time and be more modernized.
Yeah. But
it's still pretty good with how they do it. It's just that they change their backstory a whole lot. So
that's kind of weird because I've never followed it like like hardcore like that, like just watching all of them. So I haven't thought about adjustments that need to be made like that.
I mean, because like. It's a matter of time. So like if you grew up with The Simpsons, like, and you understand the times at that point,
right?
Like people who lived through like the 1980s, they understand like a whole lot of the jokes in the first, second, third seasons, and like all that. And like as they grow up, they're like, oh yeah, I remember this, and then they're looking at box TVs, and you're like, oh yeah, they used to be that bad,
right?
But like, I don't know, they still manage to keep it fresh.
That's good. Yeah, I mean
they are changing with the times. I just pulled up an article that. Apu.
Oh.
Yeah, something happened with that, didn't it?
Yeah, he left the show.
Just gone completely? Is the Quickie Mart still involved?
I'm not sure, but I know that they, I think, cut his character out.
Apu didn't, like, leave the show. They just stopped, like, giving him, like, the voice, like, they stopped.
Is he still in it, then?
I mean, there was an episode, like, after the whole problem with Apu where, like, he was in a gag in the background, but, like, he didn't say anything. It was just a gag. Mm-hmm. And like, I think that was the one thing I kind of hated about The Simpsons was that they addressed an issue that wasn't exactly a problem.
Right.
Because like I don't know, like a whole lot of the shows on Fox, or at least the cartoons on Fox, like you got Family Guy and The Simpsons and Bob's Burgers, which I don't know if they want to stick to any political bias or anything like that. They don't really have that much of a.
In Bob's Burgers.
Yeah.
No, they like they really stick to just the characters. It's like pretty. They don't use current events really in that show or anything. Mm-hmm. It's just they make their own stories. I love Bob's Burgers, dude. I think it's hilarious. It's one of my favorite cartoons.
Yeah, I haven't watched it in a while. I need to pick it back up again. It was, I mean, when I did watch it, it was really funny. But I just like dropped off with it.
It's just something fun to watch.
Yeah. I need to get back into it.
Yeah.
Because I've been like watching like other things. Because it's on Hulu. Mm-hmm. But I think I started on Hulu. I mainly just watched Atlanta and Brooklyn Nine-Nine, and a million little things.
There's just man, I got spoiled with Brooklyn Nine-Nine because like the episode came out last night.
Yeah.
And a character left.
Oh, don't spoil it.
I'm not spoiling it. But
don't you spoil it.
A character left.
I'm gonna watch it tonight.
I was like, who was it? And I looked and I was like, oh.
Oh, okay. Well,
not that big of a deal.
That's like no. I mean, it didn't. It like sat with me. I'm like, oh no, that's a shame.
Okay. Well, I feel like you're giving away a little too much. Now it's just ruined.
What season are they on now?
Yeah.
Six. Yeah.
I think I'm on like the 4th. I'm not caught up fully yet.
Ooh.
Yeah.
It's good though. I really like it.
There's definitely a tone switch in 6 from where it was in from 1 to 5.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Like when I started, because I was surprised that it was on Hulu. I was like, oh, season 6. I forgot about this. So I started watching it, and it's either I'm just not remembering it like it was before.
Yeah.
Or it's just like there is an actual tone switch because it feels different.
Right. No,
in watching season 6 now compared to like 5.
Yeah.
And like the other older ones.
Right.
I don't know. I mean, like it's a lot about the network, definitely.
Yeah, I think that might.
Because they weren't allowed to get away with a whole lot of stuff on Fox, but now because they're on NBC, they kind of gave them a whole lot more leeway. Like NBC's treating Brooklyn Nine-Nine like a god,
right?
And everyone is just like, you get these.
Well, it's made by the same creators of like The Office.
Yeah, but like the producers, like the people that
Parks and Rec
own the rights to it.
Yeah.
You know, they distribute how they get to distribute how they want to do it. But since NBC took over, they got everything that Fox, whatever, and they're like, oh yeah, these bloopers? Yeah, here, just have them. Watch it. So they just showed off like the Brooklyn Nine-Nine bloopers. I'm like,
that's awesome.
Yeah, I was always looking for those bloopers. Like, where? This is a funny show. Of course, there's bloopers.
Yeah, that's always like my favorite thing to watch is like, because sometimes when you watch these shows, especially like these mockumentary-looking shows, there's always a character in the background, or like an actor who is on the verge of breaking.
Yeah.
But they'll just cut away to like someone else because they have the 2 cameras set up.
Right.
So they can do that.
That's funny. Yeah.
And the actress that plays Rosa, I think I always catch when she's about to like crack or break.
Yeah.
And it's just like the best thing, and I always wanted to see the bloopers because I've watched the bloopers for The Office and Parks and Rec.
I love it, dude.
And they're just so funny.
I haven't watched Parks and Rec yet. I love The Office.
I haven't seen it either.
Oh my god! You guys get on it.
Have you guys heard about the announcement from the creators of The Office for
they want to do a reunion?
No,
they want to reboot it
for this Netflix show coming out. You hear about it?
Oh yeah, the
Space Force.
Yeah, Space Force.
Space Force,
dude. Oh man, I'll tell you what, I'm hype. I'm excited.
Because they have Steve Carell.
Steve Carell, yeah, he's helping with the writing process. He's gonna be in it.
I think I have heard
Creators
about
of The Office. It's gonna
Steve
be on
Carell
Netflix.
He's a good writer.
He's funny, man. You know what? He's funny, and he's doing these serious roles too, and he's good in them.
What was that movie that just came out with him?
I can't remember the name of it,
was
but
like
it's like
it was like it was done by the same guys who did Forrest Gump.
Yeah, I'm excited. I wanted to see it. It's
Welcome to Marwin.
It's a really interesting concept.
Yeah.
I
think it's based on a true story too.
Yeah.
It's
just
based
like
on
Forrest Gump.
on a true story, and it kind of brings visualization to the story. Essentially.
Yeah.
Ooh, but it's not doing too great.
It's not.
It's Rotten Tomatoes. It's got 31%.
Oh. Yeah.
I've always kind of just
gone in and
I kind of just side past Rotten Tomatoes most of the time because I feel like a lot of the stuff is just like, well, what I don't think it's that bad.
Right. I'll give it a glance before I go out and see a movie just to I just kind of want to see what general opinions are. But
audience is giving it a 57%.
There you go. See, I like the audience opinions.
Thank you,
a little
audience.
more true. Thank you.
But I've always kind of been iffy about certain movies. Like, oh, this doesn't fit with my sort of style. Yeah. And I'll never like it, but I'll enjoy it for what it is. Right. And one of those movies that I've just kind of I had to watch because it's for class. I had to watch Moulin Rouge. Huh. The movie with Ewan McGregor and Nicole Kidman, done by Baz Luhrmann. It's that film.
It's a musical.
It's kind of a musical.
I mean,
it's
there's singing involved. I would call it a musical.
I want to call it an opera because the music that they're like, I don't know. I want to call it sort of that because they're not exactly singing any original songs.
Yeah.
It's stuff that's been made before. Like, you got stuff from, like, Queen. They put Nirvana in there. It's weird. Like, the story is set in the 1900s. Or, 1900 Paris. And it's just, I don't know. Like, I enjoy what they did. Like, the music's good. They can perform it very well. But the story is just a love story.
Okay.
And it's like I can love, like I don't want to love, and then like all this stuff goes back and forth. Like, do what you can about love, and it's like such a high, like fast pace.
So I need like a recap of this. Hold on. Ben Kenobi.
Yeah.
In the 1900s, singing Nirvana except opera.
He's
what?
This is not Ben Kenobi. That was Sir Alec Guinness.
Oh, gotcha.
No, like, I mean, I've seen Ewan McGregor do some stuff.
Right.
But Moulin Rouge is definitely completely like out there.
That's
him.
interesting.
And,
yeah,
like,
that's crazy.
I mean, that's how I did it. Like, oh, Obi-Wan.
Right.
He's singing to Nicole Kidman.
There he is.
And John Leguizamo's there. It's such a weird film.
That is weird.
And
It's
all about love, and it's like, what's the main story here? Well, these two people love each other. Well, what's the B story? It's they're trying to get a play going. And the character that ruins or kind of like just takes me out of the movie is the Duke.
The Duke.
The Duke of something or other.
Duke of Wellington.
I don't know. He talks so nasally.
Never like any characters with just the Duke. I've heard that.
Like
the Duke.
It's based like Moulin Rouge is based off an actual like other existing story. I believe. But like the Duke is a character that just does it for me because he's the antagonist.
Of course.
And the way
is he a character that is written well enough to where he's a good antagonist, where you hate him, like you like to hate him because he's so good?
I like to hate him because he's annoying.
Oh, okay.
The way
so he's just not even that good then.
Also fair.
The way he speaks, it's like, I don't like this ending.
Oh no,
it's not good.
Yeah.
Oh well, that's just
touching my things. Like he talks so
sounds
nasally.
like Kermit.
God, and like there's a turning point in the movie where like because they're trying to like the way the whole movie is like the Duke is trying to they're trying to get the Duke to fund their play.
Right.
And the way that it's doing this, like they got to get Satine, the main character, to seduce the Duke.
Oh.
To the point where everything whatever. But Satine and the writer, Christian, they fall in love. And that's forbidden, and there's like back and forth, like I don't love the Duke, I love the writer, and all that stuff. Oh, Satine's dying, and it's just
that's a lot. There's a lot going on.
Like there's a climax. I don't know if it's a climax. It's a midpoint actually, where like the writer. No, the Duke is watching the play, like he's watching the rehearsal of the play.
Right.
And some random character that you've never met anymore just breaks the news to him in such a way because like the play is essentially written about the writer and Satine.
Yeah.
Because it's just based off them, but like the Duke is none the wiser, and the way it ends, like, oh, instead of going with the mighty person, you go with just the penniless Duke because love.
Right. Because love.
Yeah, and then some random character comes out of nowhere and says, I don't understand this. Why would because like the story's about a courtesan and a penniless sitar player not going for the mirage or whatever. And she goes, why would the courtesan go for the penniless writer? Oops, I mean the sitar player. And then the Duke kind of like clicks in his mind. He's like, I don't like this ending. Change it.
Oh my God.
It's so stupid because that character came out of nowhere.
Yeah.
She just existed, and it's like, I've ruined the story. Great.
Oh my God.
Why did you do that? What was your motive?
Right.
Like what? I don't get it.
Seems like a cop-out kind of thing. Yeah.
They're just like, oh, well, we don't really have that much conflict, and how are we going to do this? Like,
right.
Well, whatever. And, like, Ewan McGregor's good. He acts really good in it. I don't like him crying, though, because he...
Oh, no.
It's very annoying. But, like, it's a movie that, like, I will watch, and I enjoy,
right.
but I don't want to watch again.
Right.
Because I
not worth that second experience.
It's not worth that experience.
Yeah. When did that come out?
I came out like 2002, 2003.
Oh wow!
2001, actually.
I thought okay.
Yeah,
it's an old movie. It's really old.
I thought we were talking about yeah.
No, yeah, it came out in 2001. And it's based off of I forget what it is, but it's based off something. But like they use songs that are in like the 20th century, which is okay.
Oh, okay.
It's like
Okay.
right. It's like The Great Gatsby when they remade that. And it's like Lil Wayne. They're popping Lil Wayne.
Oh yeah.
In the ballroom.
People love to hate on The Great Gatsby.
That's fair.
And like
That's true.
I understand.
I haven't seen it in so long though. I can't.
I only saw it once because I had to go see it with my girlfriend in high school. And like,
Right.
That was it. And I didn't really enjoy it that much. I liked Tobey Maguire. And I liked Leonardo DiCaprio, but can't say much about the rest of the film.
I'm so excited to see Leonardo DiCaprio in Tarantino's new movie.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, that I remember.
Hold on. It's called like Once Upon a Time in Hollywood.
Yeah, dude. It sounds nuts.
Oh yeah. I haven't seen
I don't know
much of it. I've just seen stills that were posted.
Yeah. Are you guys Tarantino fans?
Yeah.
You like Tarantino?
I've only seen a couple of. I don't like actively watch Tarantino films, but I enjoy it every time I do see it.
Yeah. Dude, I'm telling you, this one's like, it's about involvement with the Manson murders.
Oh really?
Ooh,
Yeah, and it's like,
Ooh.
oh, who's in it, man? Brad Pitt. Brad Pitt's in it. He plays
Margot Robbie.
Yeah. Margot.
He plays like the stunt actor for Leo's character, and just somehow they get involved with this Manson mess that goes on in Hollywood. So I don't know. I'm super pumped about it. I love Tarantino though.
Yeah.
I've been waiting.
I'm excited for this. But you know what else I'm excited for? That was announced. Zombieland 2.
Oh yeah.
That was announced a long time ago.
No, but like
Well,
they
it's
actually
it's
released.
always been a thing people have been talking about.
Well, they released because you know the 2009 to 2019
Yeah.
challenge photo thing. That
Yeah,
they did?
I saw
They
that.
released
That's
the
official?
poster. Yeah.
I saw that. I didn't know if it was official.
No, yeah, that's official.
That's pretty
Zombieland Double Tap. That's the second movie.
How do we? Oh man, you know what? I love Zombieland, but I hope they can do it good because it's like.
Yeah. I just wonder where it's gonna pick up.
Yeah, like we didn't need a sequel, I don't think, but like
People wanted it though.
I
fans
did
wanted it.
too earlier, but like I started to lose hope after time went on. But I
Mm-hmm.
don't know. I hope they can do it well because I did love the first one. It was
Yeah.
great. It was one of my favorite movies for a while.
But yeah, they tweeted the poster and with the cast, the same cast, literally just like all
Yeah,
set up the way they were in the first one.
yeah, I did see that. I that's awesome. I'm glad that's official. I wasn't sure.
I mean, I guess it is official because like. Yeah, that is a pretty interesting. Oh yeah, because they did that for a 10-year challenge.
Yeah.
Has it been 10 years?
I don't know.
When did? Oh yeah, Zombieland
2009?
came out. Yeah,
Yeah,
it came out in
2009.
Cool. Wow, the only person that hasn't really changed is Woody Harrelson and
Pretty much, yeah.
Jesse Eisenberg.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Jesse Eisenberg.
I don't know. He looks a little older.
Well,
maybe a tiny bit. It's like
yeah.
he
What
doesn't really
has he
age.
done? What has he done since then? He's played Lex Luthor.
Yep.
Oh god, I forgot that he played Lex Luthor.
Yeah, we already talked about that. We don't
Oh,
want to bring
yeah.
it up
No,
again.
I don't
That's-
want it,
we
but,
don't have
like,
to go back to that.
I appreciate Jesse Eisenberg for his acting. I do. Because
Yeah.
I
It's
loved
good.
him. I loved him in Social Network. I loved him in Adventureland.
Mm.
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
And like he's some people might be like, oh, he's a stale actor, but like that's just his character.
Yeah, no, I think he's good. I like him. He's always done good in what I've seen him in.
He fits whatever he plays, honestly.
Yeah.
He's getting typecasted. for
He
the
is
awkward character.
typecasted for sure. I mean,
Yeah. But like, if you do
if it
something,
works, it works, I guess.
Just like Michael Cera.
if you're good at something, never do it for free.
I knew if we were going to talk about Jesse Eisenberg, somebody had to say something about Michael Cera. It's just like they just come in a pair for some reason. I wonder how
yeah.
they feel about that. I wonder if they're aware that they're just like,
Oh, Michael Cera is definitely aware.
That
Like,
j-
have you seen This Is the End? Like,
yes,
Like,
actually.
he's
I
aware.
love that movie, dude. I know it's like a huge mess, but I also just, I
well,
love
it's
it.
a huge mess because it's one of those Seth Rogen, James
Yeah.
Franco films. And
Uh-huh.
like, around that time, we also had The Interview.
Yep, yeah. Which that was a whole thing. When
Which
that
is on
came out.
Netflix now.
Yeah, it is.
Messenger. What the?
You're on Facebook. This is
I know I'm on
this
Facebook.
is a movie
I just got-
podcast.
I got
Do what
some
I'm
movie-
doing. I'm looking up movie news stuff. All right.
Movie news stuff. I'm
Movie
trying
news.
to make sure that this thing stays afloat, man.
Looking for some articles like the upcoming Disney movies release dates, 2019 to 2023.
Oh, wow.
2023.
Yeah.
Isn't Mission Impossible coming out?
What?
in
Another
those
one?
times? Yeah, more Mission Impossibles. Like,
Another one? They're still doing
Oh,
those?
man.
Because what?
People keep going.
Tom Cruise teased something about Mission Impossible
Oh yeah, that's right.
Like
He
something would
did.
come out in 2020 and 2021, I think.
He's not gonna stop.
He's gonna die in one of those films.
I told you,
Tom,
dude.
like,
Yeah, I think he's gonna keep going until one of those stunts gets him, man.
Look,
like-
he hurt. Doesn't he hurt himself on like
Probably does.
He hurts himself
everyone-
a whole lot.
in every movie?
Mm-hmm.
He's hurt himself. All right, he needs to stop.
Tom, I really don't think you can do this, bud. It's a pretty dangerous stunt. He's like, no, just strap me up. Let's go.
Yeah,
He's
let's just
gonna be
do
like,
it.
He's gonna be like in his 80s or doing Mission Impossible 15. And he's
You
like,
cannot
"Oh my
jump
God."
from this helicopter.
Like,
Your heart's
Tom,
not stable.
You can't jump this building gap. It's like, oh, watch me, I can do it. And then the next day you hear like, oh, Tom Cruise broke
He's gonna
both
be-
his arms trying to jump a building. Like,
Both
He's
arms.
gonna
break his
be
arms.
Harrison Ford playing Indiana Jones.
Oh no.
Like that's where it's gonna go.
Harrison Ford is just a guy. He doesn't even really want to do any of the stuff that he's been.
No, he wants to
Yeah, he
do
doesn't.
Indiana Jones still.
He wants to do
What?
Indiana Jones, but he doesn't.
Yeah,
want
he still wants
so
to do it.
surprising.
He was done with Han Solo, all right, but
Yeah.
he loves Indiana Jones.
I mean, Indiana Jones is good. I've been meaning to go back and watch this again because it's been so long since I've had a venture down the good old path of Indiana Jones.
I've never been a person to watch Indiana Jones. But
Like, I mean, I've seen them all. It's just I've never done it all in a go, and I really want to. I don't know.
fair, yeah.
It's just like I gotta pay homage to it or something like that.
Right.
Oh yeah.
Being a film student, I feel like it's just like
Yeah.
film students. We have like a list of movies that we're just expected to know, so we
It's
gotta
like-
check them off.
It's like, you haven't seen Shawshank Redemption? Oh,
Oh,
no,
no.
that's bad. You're failing the class. You haven't seen Big Lebowski? Oh,
You haven't seen
you're
Schindler's
done.
List?
You haven't, yeah.
What's wrong with you?
like what? We have a script writing class, and we have a list of movies that are generally loved by the public, and like if you
Yeah.
haven't seen one of those films, you're just missing everything.
You're
Well, those
missing
are
out.
like seen as classic movies of like.
Apocalypse Now.
Apocalypse Now,
Always
Oh,
on
yeah.
those lists.
Titanic's always on that list.
Back to the Future.
Back
well,
to
it's
the
on my
Future.
list. I don't know if it's on.
It's on,
my list.
it's on my list, yeah, of course.
I mean, it's a movie that kind of like changed the game essentially. Like, oh, the
Right.
story was original and interesting. Like
Yeah.
Titanic at that point, it wasn't. I didn't want to say the sinking of the Titanic was original,
Yeah.
but it was the story was.
The story was,
Yeah. And like
it-
Avatar's on there too.
yeah.
I don't think Avatar should be on there.
Mm,
I didn't enjoy Avatar that much.
I mean, I watched it in theaters when it first came out. I mean, I watched it like one other time, but I really have no incentive to go back and watch it again. I mean, it was beautiful. It was visually stunning.
I remember one of the selling points for Avatar was that like it was done on Adobe. Like, oh, it was done on Adobe, and like
Yeah.
what was the other program that they used for it? It was like something to make sure visual effects looked great. But they did it all what?
Avid.
Avid.
No, it's like-
the ultimate.
It's like-
Avid
it's like-
media composer.
I think it has something to do like it's I don't know. It's I think it has something to do with like a nuke or something like that. Nuke.
Oh.
I think that's what it's called.
I don't know. I'm not
I
sure.
think that's what that program's called. I don't know. I would look it up, but I'm losing my point. That was the one selling point that someone told me was like, oh, it's all
Right.
done on Adobe, and like people use Adobe. A whole lot of people use Adobe.
Yeah.
Like that's great. A lot of things are made on Adobe.
Right. That's what. Yeah. That's
And then
kinda
like I
where
was
my-
watching Lord of the Rings one day, and I saw at the end like, oh, edited using Avid.
Yep.
Excuse me.
Yeah, Lord of the Rings.
Yeah.
Like the first Lord of the Rings was.
That's a fact. I mean, that's a fact I did not know.
Wait,
Yeah.
you were in my video editing class. We talked about that.
We talked about Lord of the Rings.
Yeah, being edited in Avid.
I'll tell you what, man. I was about 95% dead.
That's probably true.
At
That was an
8:50
yeah.
in the morning, and
That was an
in
early
editing
class. That was an early and long class to go.
Early, long, and it was Avid.
Oh yeah,
That's all
true.
I have to say about it.
But going back to Indiana Jones, there is an Indiana Jones 5 that's going to be coming out
Buddy, what's he gonna be doing?
2021.
They got pretty weird with the Crystal Skull, man. Like, I
Yeah,
don't
that
know.
one was just
A lot of
it was
bad-
not great.
No, not a lot of
No,
people
yeah.
liked it.
I think that was, but I guess Harrison Ford is going to be doing it as going to be Indiana Jones again.
I mean, he's got it. I've been wondering if they're like. I mean, I could see them doing like a mentor thing where he like becomes, because he's getting at that age. You know what I mean?
Oh,
Where you
yeah,
feel like he would
absolutely.
replace him if he's.
I
gonna
mean,
keep-
he's survived how many plane crashes now?
That's fair, you know. I
Yeah,
mean,
how many of them were done by him?
right?
No, he's the best pilot there is.
He is.
He's the best pilot there. He crashed in a golf course, I think it was.
Yeah, see, safety landing. He knew what to
Safety
do.
landing.
He knew what he was doing.
Yeah,
Got to hit the green.
he knew that grass was going to be soft enough
He
to
did.
take the impact. All right.
What does he know? What does Harrison Ford know how to do?
He's 76. All right.
He's 76.
Yeah.
Wow, I didn't know he
He's
was
76.
that far up there. Wow.
Whoa.
I mean, I think he is though. Getting to he looked very tired, I guess, in Blade Runner 2049. Was that
I wonder
I
wonder what Harrison Ford says when he says, "Hey, you need to reprise this role for us." And he's like, "Oh, god damn it."
Oh, god damn.
Yeah, Blade Runner 2049.
I bet.
Harrison Ford, I think he's just like, I want to do something new, or I just don't want to do anything at all.
How did you feel about Blade Runner 2049?
I loved it. It was great.
Yeah.
I actually haven't seen it yet, man, and I'm really upset with myself about
It's
it.
visually stunning. It's pretty good.
Yeah.
I want to go back and watch the original again, and then.
Oh,
then
the
watch
original is like.
2049.
I watched the original. I think I watched the director's cut because there's multiple
matters.
cuts.
It matters. Yeah.
There's multiple cuts. There's a theatrical cut. There's a final cut, and I think there's a director's cut.
I don't remember which cut.
cuts.
Yeah, there's a lot of cuts. I don't remember which one I watched, but it was we watched it for like one of my intro to theater courses back when I went to Bowling Green, and so I didn't get to take it in fully though because you're taking notes on production value and like just like director's notes, stuff like that. So, but yeah, good stuff.
It's a very weird tone shift because I mean it came out in the 80s.
Right.
So,
No, it
like-
was weird, man. I loved it though. I mean,
Yeah.
it's good. It's a cult film.
But I think I really want another Blade Runner, but I don't know how it's like. I don't think they are gonna make one for a while
Yeah.
No, yeah.
because Blade Runner 2049 was just it was visually so good, and the audio mixing was also really good in that.
Yeah.
Because they.
Didn't that get nominated for an
I think
Oscar?
so.
I think so, yeah.
But a lot of the shots, whenever they had like a wide shot,
Yeah.
they would just play this like bass booming sound.
Nice.
Just to be like, look at how vast and
Yeah.
open this
Dude,
area is.
I love the lighting in it, man. Just from the
Oh, yeah.
trailer,
Oh, God,
I'm
yeah.
so excited. Like I've been getting into lighting a little bit more, and I'm just like, it looked
The lighting,
beautiful,
that
man.
that
Color.
neon.
Yeah,
Everything- like,
I love
everything-
that feeling.
Color really kind of makes the film for you most of the time.
It's like the first one was like very heavy, just dark noir, and then this one's like a different kind of feel. It's like
Yeah.
a different kind of noir with all those neon colors and stuff.
because like
It's interesting.
back then they're like, well, how do we make this look futuristic? And, like,
Yeah.
we don't have the technology to make it look futuristic. But now, since like, is it like what the first Blade Runner was set in 28? Was it? When did that movie come out? 2017.
It was set in 2019, I think. Like
The first Blade Runner?
Like yeah, it was set to be
Wow.
in 2019. I'm
Wow.
pretty sure.
No, I think it was like. No, it was set in like 2017, right?
Was it 2017?
I
thought it
think
was
so, yeah.
2019.
I didn't know it was that early. That's crazy.
Blade Runner. Yeah, it came out 2017, and because what happened in
That's
the
the
actual
first. That's the
2017.
first one. It takes place in 2017.
Yeah,
you're
the
saying.
first. Yeah, the 1982 version takes place in 2017.
Yeah.
But like the newer one takes place in 2049, obviously.
That's so
Right.
crazy. We're nowhere at that technical
Yeah.
technology level.
I love AI stuff, man. I've
I-
been getting super into. I've been watching a lot of movies with AI
Yeah.
being the focus and stuff.
Mm-hmm. I've always had a fascination with space,
Yeah.
so I'm really interested to see what they do with that Space Force thing. Like what would it be? Like is it gonna be a comedy? Is it gonna be like Orville? Which
I think it's gonna be.
I think it's gonna be a comedy isn't it gonna go off of like Trump's
Yeah,
Space
yes.
Force?
oh seriously?
I'm
Oh.
so I'm.
That's what I think. I
I'm
don't
wondering if it's gonna be like set in. Like, I mean, I don't know if we're gonna be actually in space. If it's
Yeah.
gonna be set like they're trying to get the Space Force together or
It's
something
gonna be like
that.
Parks and Rec, but like
But it's about the
just
Space Force.
Yeah.
Like, oh,
Pretty
man.
much, yeah. That's what I'm expecting.
I'd be down for that. That'd be really interesting and funny.
Oh yeah, dude. I think it's gonna be great. I'm super excited about it.
I don't know how long this has been going on for, and I'm a little worried because you see the screensaver right there.
Yeah.
I've been
I
looking.
can't-
I see
I
that.
can't get out of the screensaver.
We're
And, like,
stuck.
The only way to get out of the screensaver is to put it to sleep,
Oh
and
no.
bring it back on.
Yeah, I have
And
no clue how long we've been recording for.
I don't know either. I know it's been around an hour, but I'm afraid to try that out.
We're gonna lose this entire
I don't think we're
episode,
gonna lose it. I
everybody.
just need to make sure that I'm not shutting it down. I just need to hold it for 1 second, and then turn it back on, and then it'll be back where it was before.
This
What
is
if
like
it,
this
what if
is
it
like
just didn't record anything?
this is like cutting wires for a bomb, man.
I-
This is high pressure.
Plot twist.
I have to-
everything we just did, since it's been on the screensaver, didn't record. It stopped.
I would cry, man.
Oh man, I have to do this right now.
All right.
Yeah.
I believe in you.
I trust that you can do this. But Zach, going way back to like the beginning.
He done it.
All right.
He done it.
Oh, okay, good. We're good. Is it still recording? Are we still okay?
Yeah, we should be. We're at 54 minutes.
Oh, okay.
Nice.
We can keep going.
We're pretty good.
I really want to get your opinion on the nominations. Have you seen the list?
So
We're back at the beginning though, but like
No, I thought we'd just wrap back around. You know, we're almost towards the end,
Well,
so I thought we'd wrap back around.
okay.
Unless there's more stuff that you want to talk
No,
about.
no.
and
I
say.
mean, I don't have anything other than what.
Look, you're the host here.
I mean, you're also the host.
I'm a co-host.
You know what co-host means?
I'm a co-host.
I'm assistant to the co-host.
No, you're not.
Assistant to the co-host.
You're assistant to the what would that
Assistant to the host.
be? The ach.
Ach.
The ach.
The ach to the Ackerman.
Yeah.
The achman.
I'm assistant to the host.
But no, yeah, continue what we were saying. I don't want to.
Well, I just wanted to pick Zach's brain about the nominations and how he felt. Mainly about the Best Picture, about how Black Panther's in there.
Yeah, and I listened to last week's session, you guys talking about that. Listen, I liked Black Panther. I did. I liked it a lot. But it did have shortcomings.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it did. Even though it was pretty cool, it was pretty innovative. It still boiled down to every other origin story.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? So it just seemed a little too rehashed to be in the category.
I think it was a better origin because
It
you
definitely
get introduced to T'Challa in
right.
Civil
Civil
War,
War, yeah.
and then you get a better sense of his origin because his father died in that movie, and then he comes back and has to be king and be a hero.
Well, I really liked T'Challa's journey. You know what I mean? Because it's like really conflicting with his dad, figuring out what his dad did. It was a cool way to explore his character more. So I definitely think Marvel's obviously gotten better than when they were making Thor, and
Well, Thor, and then not with Thor 2.
Yeah, not Thor 2. Let's not. I don't like that one.
We're not talking about it. The Dark World, the Dark Timeline. Can't talk about the Dark World.
Yeah,
No,
we don't
Let's
like
just
that.
talk about Ragnarok. That's all.
Yeah.
Well, Ragnarok does. But anyway, yeah.
It's good. Yeah, I really liked it. It was great. It was so much fun to go see at the theater.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know about it, being nominated.
I mean, I just don't know about it being nominated as Best Picture. I know about everything else that it's been nominated for. Like,
No.
I think it deserves some of those.
And when we talked about, when you guys talked about costume design too, fantastic work.
Oh yeah.
I
well,
mean,
like,
going into just like finding some tribal roots to connect to, and then also make this modern futuristic feel. And that's awesome.
Like
costume design was fantastic.
like they knew, like they had a style, they knew what they were doing, and they executed it properly.
Yeah. So like every other category for sure. I just don't know about Best Picture.
Yeah, because it wasn't even. Because I still think the best Marvel film that came out that year was Infinity War.
Oh,
but
for
even
sure.
then, I still don't think that a superhero film should be Best Picture. As great as they are,
Yeah.
sometimes I just don't think it deserves to be on there most of the time.
Yeah. No.
I appreciate
that.
what Black Panther has done for, a whole lot, like for just because like they still managed to do charities with Black Panther.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think it's coming back, and I think it's gonna be. Is it?
Because
if I heard right, I think it's supposed to be free. Like they're gonna put it
Yeah.
back in the theaters, and it's gonna be free for kids.
That's awesome,
yeah,
dude.
like because Chadwick on Twitter, he mentioned something, like he posted something about Black Panther getting, where is it? Because I saw it shared.
Yeah.
But yeah, they're like he's bringing back Black Panther back, and a lot of the funds are going towards a specific charity. But he
That's
does
awesome.
a whole lot for charity. Like
Yeah, that's
Chadwick
fantastic.
Boseman's a great.
Oh yeah, yeah. Black Panther is returning to theaters for Black History Month.
Dude,
Good.
that's awesome.
Yeah, I mean, again, I appreciate what it's for, like what it's done.
Yeah.
But like Best Picture, I'm not entirely sure.
Yeah, for sure.
But yeah, everything else, yeah, it's not like I just.
It's my thought is, like, it is a I think it's more so a superhero movie because that's what it is.
Yeah.
And I guess my thought is like, what's it from stop? Like, why isn't Infinity War in that place? Because Infinity War was like
I
a
understand
collaboration
that.
of
Yeah.
all of everything that like, I guess the Marvel universe has been doing.
Yeah.
Like cinematic universe, and
Right.
like that was like the biggest thing, like the biggest event for them and for that year.
Yeah.
and it's like why like I guess not exactly like it should have been in place of that Black Panther, but it just like I don't know why like they would really pick something.
Yeah.
I forget,
Like,
did Black Panther get put on the best visual effects one?
No, it wasn't.
Okay, good, because
that was Infinity War. Yeah.
Yeah, I would
Infinity
have
War
said
was
like
there.
I said it last time that the visual effects for Black Panther were very subpar.
Yeah.
And
I agree with that.
That's kind of a shame because they have a lot of money.
Right.
Like,
yeah, you
like-
would expect them to pay more attention to detail.
But I don't know. I guess
maybe they were going for a certain thing. I don't know.
probably because like if they want to say like, oh yeah, that's just how it looks. But like, did you
Yeah.
see Civil War? Did you see how
Right.
he looked in that?
I think his suit was cooler in Civil War.
Civil War was
Yeah.
fantastic. Yeah, I love that.
All right, so we're at an hour. Let's start wrapping up here. So Zach, you working on anything this semester? Anything that you'd like to?
Yeah, I mean,
You'd like to plug,
it's my senior project this semester. I'm in class with Mike. I'm doing a documentary. I'm taking a documentary on for the first time, so it's gonna be fun. It's gonna be new.
Nice.
It's like a commemorative documentary for a member of the community I grew up in down in Barberton. His name was Mike Wilsterman. He ran open mics down in Barberton, so a lot of like the aspiring musicians would come and play and hang out with him. He was just a great guy. He helped me and a lot of the other kids from the high school when we would go to open mic just start to write more, be confident in writing our music, getting up there, performing, and we could write a song that was just ass, just total ass. And you'd get off stage and he'd say, "I can't wait to hear it again next week."
Yeah.
Great guy. So I'm doing a documentary for him. He passed away, unfortunately, December last year. So it's going to be nice. It's a story of inspiration. That's really the theme of it. So it's going to be fun. Together Alone was really depressing storyline wise, and it was so much fun to make. But like, I think I want to take a
different route, kind of
take a happy route.
Get more heartwarming.
Right.
Just,
I write a lot of drama, and I think this is going to be good. It's like a lot of drama, a lot of
yeah, it sounds really nice.
Yeah.
That sounds really good.
Yeah, but like I said, first time documentary, first time taking that on, so I'm excited. It's going to be new.
I mean, given how you've worked on a lot of stuff like with Noited and with
Yeah.
Together Alone, I definitely
Yeah.
think that I definitely think that you can execute this properly and you can get it well.
I appreciate it, man. Yeah.
Do are you looking for any help? From
Always, man, always. I'm still in development. I'm trying to figure out, exactly what I'm going to ask, who I'm going to interview, because there's so many options. He knew so many people,
Yeah.
and I feel like there's so many great stories out there that can be told about him. So it's going to be hard to pick, which ones would be best for the story. But once it moves on to production, I'll need a DP, just everything. So, and I'm really down with collaboration. I love to work with everybody. So yeah, always looking for help.
That's awesome.
All right. So where can people find you?
You can find me on Twitter. Dude, I don't even know what my Twitter plug is.
Oh, don't worry. I am on Twitter right now. Oh my god. I don't
My
follow you on
boy, are
Twitter.
you about to save me? Are we
I don't
following
know.
each other?
Do I follow you? Because I had to get a new Twitter.
Oh no.
Let's see.
Yeah, Matt got locked out of his because he changed his age.
Oh no. Oh no. We
I
can.
changed my age on my old Twitter and it went away. No, I should be following you.
I think it's
Do you
just.
do you have Instagram too?
I do have Instagram. That's at Gosen97. You can follow me on Facebook. It's just, Zachary Gosen. Twitter, I unfortunately can't find, but,
I
definitely.
got it. Oh, it's hard. Yeah, I couldn't find it because you go by GAC.
Gak. Yep.
Gak
G-A-C.
Gosen.
Gak Zosen.
GAC
Yep.
Zosen. That's G-A-C.
Super weird thing that
S-E-N.
stuck with me from high school. I don't know why people call me Gag Zosen, but it totally just stuck for some reason.
And
Hey, it works. I mean,
guess
It's
that's
a
why I couldn't
thing.
find you. But
Yep.
yeah, that's where you can find Zach on Twitter.
Yep. Also, if you want to follow Together Alone, we've got a Twitter page at Together Alone. It's got all the updates. We're going to have updates on post-production, when it's going to be coming out. Cool, fun stuff like that. So
Nice. And I'm really excited to see Together Alone get put up there and get viewed.
For sure, man. Thank you.
It definitely deserves it. It's a really good film.
I appreciate it. I'm super, super excited to see it all put together.
Right. Absolutely.
Do you want to plug the KSUIF meeting? or is this going to come out before?
Well,
or
it is
after.
It's going to come out on Monday, which is when the meeting is. But hey,
That's
if
fair.
you're listening to this on Monday around this time, we are having a meeting tonight at 8:30 p.m. It's the first of the month. It's the first of the year, actually, and the first of the semester. And
Big announcements.
Big announcements.
Huge.
What are we doing? Is there a new position open? Are we adding more? Are we doing more short films?
Oh, you can
I
find
don't know.
out.
You gotta find out if you go to the meeting. But if you are listening to this after, I apologize. But the presentation of that meeting is always going to be on the website. It's just going to be on the front page. You just click the banner where it says the KSUIF monthly meeting in February, and you get brought to the presentation that we used. And also, if you're on that and you want to be on the podcast, just like Zach here, you go to the KentStateFilms.com/the KSUIF podcast, separated by hyphens, dashes. I forget what they are.
Hyphens?
But it's
Dashes?
I don't know.
Not
Hyphens,
slashes.
It's not a slash. No.
I think it's a hyphen.
It's not KentStateFilms.com/the/KSUIF/podcast/. No, it's just the KSUIF podcast. But if you want to be on there, there is a podcast guest app at the bottom. It's a very quick form, easy to fill out. Lets me know what you like before you can come on, and what you've done, and what I think you can do. But yeah, we're gonna have more guests on the podcast, and I can't be any more excited. I'm really glad that I had Zach on the podcast.
Yeah, man, it's good. It's a great time. I recommend. Fill that out. It's fun. We got some fun boys here. It's a good time.
Thank you.
Look
You don't
at
have to say that. You don't have to be kind
Our
to
first
us.
endorsement, and we didn't have to pay.
Look at that.
I know.
Awesome. That's
Well, we're not sponsored yet.
That's fair. I'm sponsoring you.
Believe it or not, we are sponsored. Not
Are
really,
we?
but no,
Man,
but-
I was hoping. We have a lot of coffee here. I mean, we have Starbucks. They're not going to sponsor us.
No.
But we have Tree City. I like Tree City. Shout out to them. You know
Shout
what?
out to
Shout
Tree
out to
City.
Tree City.
Go to Tree City.
I do wanna plug.
Tell
another
them.
thing.
Mike sent you. They don't know me really. Some of them know me. Some of them know me there. But
That's fair.
I do also want to say we are holding a Twisted Melts fundraiser on the 7th, which is this upcoming Thursday, from 4 p.m. to 8 p.m. And all you got to do is go to Twisted Melts, buy something, and 10% of those proceeds will go to help KSUIF fund student films. It's a fun time. I'll be there. Mike,
I'll probably be there.
he'll probably be there. A whole lot of people will be there. It'll be fun. We're going to be eating some cheesy foods, and I will get more cholesterol. It's going to be great.
Be sure to get an autograph from Matt.
Be sure to get an autograph from me. It is worth a total of 5 cents.
5 cents.
Wow.
5 whole cents.
That's how much my autograph is worth. But I've been going on for too long. I've been going on a tangent. Thank you for listening to this episode of the KSUI podcast. I will see you, and we will listen, and you will listen next week.
We won't listen. I
We
don't
won't
listen to these.
No, we listen to you. Don't let Mike say otherwise. We listen. We listen to everybody. But you will listen to us, and we will see you guys next Monday. Later.
Bye.